Okay, so if you could tell me your name and your major and your year in school.
Okay, my name is Jessica Harrell.
Okay.
I am a senior here at Georgia State, and my major is criminal justice.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, and you're here because you won
Yes.
in the art competition, the Spotlight
Yes.
Art Competition,
Mm-hmm.
for your photography.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I also won overall.
right.
Yeah, so the Georgia State has yet to pick up the people.
Really?
Yes, so I'm still waiting. They have to process the check, and then they want me to turn the picture. So they want me to get the money first.
Okay, I'm going to cut that out. But anyway, but, I don't know if we're allowed to, But anyway, cool. So, I guess just a little background. How did you get started in photography?
Well, I've been doing it professionally now for about
Wow.
almost 2 years.
Okay.
I recently got into street photography about I would say about 6 months ago. So what started my interest in it really was simply that my friends would always tell me, "You're really good at this. You should, So I thought about it, and to make a long story short, I invested in myself, and I started with my iPhone,
Mm-hmm.
and then I invested and saved up my money, and I bought my Canon that I have now, and it just took off from there. So, but I was doing events and memorable moment type shoots first, and
Like
that's not where my
weddings.
heart was at. So
Okay.
I started doing the street photography because that's what I wanted to do.
How did you get into the event photography?
Events? People would just contact me and say, "I want to do this and I want to do that." And at the time, the money was coming in with that, not so much with,
Mm-hmm.
this type of photography I do now, where you kind of have to promote your art more
Mm-hmm.
instead of people just coming to you for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I got wrapped up in that, even though that's not exactly the direction I wanted to go in with my photography.
And how did they know that you did photography? Do you have like an Instagram account or something?
I don't have Instagram anymore.
Oh,
but
okay.
at the time I did have an Instagram, and I also had other friends who do photography, so they put my name out there as well, and then I made business cards, and it just went from there.
Oh, you made business cards?
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Okay.
then word of mouth and stuff like that.
Okay,
So.
the PR in me is coming out. Like,
But none of my clients came from Instagram. Actually, they came from like word of mouth, like people who was just like, "Oh, I know this good
wow.
photographer," and it just traveled like that. Rarely any of the people I did came from
That's awesome.
Instagram. So
Did you have any other social media?
when I started, no, I think Instagram was the only one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you now? Do you have any social media for your work?
Just my Snapchat.
Just your Snapchat?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you do your work on your phone, or do you take pictures of your work on your phone and put it on your Snapchat?
Snapchat, I usually just do the progression of it. So
Oh, okay.
I just made a canvas. I brought that to I don't know if you were at the High Museum of Art when we did that.
I wasn't. No, I couldn't.
Yeah, so I actually went to Sam Flats, if you know what that's at. It's
Yeah.
the art store. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Well, I could do the canvas, but you could do it yourself because it costs a lot of money." So
Yeah.
and I did that, so I don't know.
No, that's
I got
awesome.
off deterred from the question.
That's awesome. What's
Yeah.
your Snapchat? I want to add you.
Gorgeous, so it's GORJESS snaps. So that's another S, NAPS. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Cool. So I wanted to know, how do you balance like your art and other priorities?
Well, I'm a big fan of writing down. I have like 2 journals. So I have like a journal for my to-do list, and then I have like a journal where I write down all my priorities. And I have my 5 main priorities, which is my success, my independence, my photography, getting my own place, off topic, and my happiness. So I just kind of surround my life around those 5 things. And the biggest thing that makes me happy is my success and my photography. So I always make sure I invest my free time into my photography.
Yeah, sure.
So,
How much time do you think you set aside, like a week or something?
if I am not doing any homework or studying, I'm most likely doing something with my photography.
Wow.
So that's a lot of time. for
Yeah?
me. So yeah.
Cool. How many classes are you taking?
I'm taking my last class because I graduated in May.
Oh,
So
congratulations!
Thank you.
Oh, that's a great thing to celebrate your last year. Yeah, celebrate your last year with.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like your priorities. So, do you want to take your photography
to the next one?
Yeah, possibly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that's my biggest goal right now. I'm like very spiritual, so I just kind of pray about it, and if it gets to that point, then it gets to that point. But I definitely put myself out there, and whenever I meet someone who has more experience than me, I definitely get their intake on things. I do my research on people, on other artists I admire and look up to. I look to see what they do to get their art more out there, and I just follow that pattern, and I follow my own pattern.
Yeah, that's great.
That's all I do. And
so,
if I make it, then I make it.
Yeah. So since you bring up the fact that you research other artists and you see what they do to get their art out there, I guess I'll go the PR route first. What artists? Actually, I'll go the other route first. Which artists are your biggest inspiration, I guess?
My biggest artist right now, he's Atlanta-based. He's out of Atlanta. His name is Paper Frank, but he's not a photographer.
Okay.
So I'm sure you probably know who Paper Frank. You don't know who Paper Frank?
No.
But yeah, so he's my biggest inspiration right now as far as the artist in general.
What is his work like?
He does drawings, paintings. He spray paints. I know they don't call it spray painting, but I forgot what they call it. But he does all of that. He has a lot of wall murals like all around Atlanta.
Does he do graffiti?
Not necessarily graffiti, but he does. I say he like spray paints art. It's like art.
Sure.
Like he has this main animal that he always draws as a tiger, and he has these two main characters that he always incorporates in his art.
Do you know where they are around the city?
Yeah. Do you know where Mother's is? No, they spray painted. That he did. I don't know why, but he did another artist painted over his there. I know, and I was like, why? Not off rip because he won't put. He likes for you to find it, so. I see it on his Instagram, but I don't know where it's at first.
That's so cool.
All right, so but he's really big, so
that's awesome. I'll get his social media later.
And as far as photographers, it's not in the mainstream. It's just like my friends who who taught me, because I have a lot of people who reached out to me through Instagram who were better than me, and I just admire them for. They're just regular people.
So friends are more inspirational per se for you than like a lot of the famous
photographer friends,
photographers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Personal friends, they will teach me a lot that I didn't know.
Do you guys get together and like collaborate and stuff?
Yeah, we'll get together. We'll explore together. Shoot around the city. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Is there any favorite place you like to
My
shoot?
favorite thing to shoot, and people find it weird, but I love to shoot, take pictures of the Westin. For some reason, I just love that building. So I always, every time I see it, I try to take a different picture from like a different type of perspective every time I see it. But I just love the downtown, midtown area. I love like the landscape of buildings and how you can capture them different ways. That's like one of my favorite things.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Would you have a second favorite or?
Second favorite? Honestly, I just like to find odd things that you wouldn't even think would be art. Like, I have some friends who like shooting the city or like shooting the sky because that's automatically seen as something that's artistic. But me, like, I just found that parking deck and I was like, oh, well, I could turn this into something that people would like or something like that. And the basketball goal I did, that's right outside my house. I just like finding things that people wouldn't think would be art that could look good, and I turn it into art. Okay.
So kind of like play it by ear. If you
basically.
See something.
Right. I have my own rules.
Cool.
So, yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So since you do have your own rules, what is your process like? Same thing you just said.
My process is some people, like I said, sometimes I'll just go out and explore with my friends, but my process is I kind of know what I want to shoot before I go shoot it. So I'm not just always running around looking for something. I already have in mind what I want to shoot, even if I don't know the exact place to find it. I already have it in my head. So that's my first thing. I know what I want to shoot. And then my thing is to go out there and find what I want to shoot and then shoot it exactly how I want to shoot it. So my biggest thing is black and white too. So I like a lot of black and white. So that's kind of my process. I know beforehand what I want to shoot. Then I go shoot it. Then I'll edit it. And sometimes I try to put some color in there, but I love my black and white. So
no, it's great.
That's my process. anything extravagant.
Do you have any editing process that you like to do?
My process is Lightroom. I always use Lightroom. I mean, it's no point in Photoshop really for me because I don't need that much editing. So I pretty much just do Lightroom, and I'll probably just crop it, make sure if it was crooked, straighten it out, detail it a little bit. If I want to take the color out, I actually have an app on my phone that I use to take the color out.
Oh.
But if I want to like leave some color, I wish I had the picture. I do have a picture of my basketball goal on my phone, but I left the color in the goal and I took the background out, so it's just black and white, but you can still see the orange around the rim and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So
okay.
Major.
So no heavy Photoshop or editing or anything.
No.
Awesome. Authentic.
Very.
Okay. So do you come across any challenges, or have you in the past?
Yeah. I would say my biggest challenge was transitioning from not doing what I love to doing what I love, because I really started to take myself away from photography because I hated no offense to people I've done it for, but I hated doing like the events and the maternity shoots, and because that wasn't my thing. I didn't like it. I like doing like going out and exploring and capturing stuff in different ways. So my biggest challenge was actually learning to say, okay, it's not about the money anymore. I'd rather just, because it's hard getting money with this type of photography. So that was my biggest challenge, just transitioning to that, because when people contact me now, I will refer them to someone else, because I don't want you to get your photography from me and my heart's not in it, to where I can refer you to someone who actually specializes in that type of thing. So my biggest challenge right there was like just transitioning to what I really wanted to do with photography before I started hating it. So.
No, I think I respect that, because you're essentially telling your own customer, look, if my heart's not in it, you're not going to get the best work.
Right, exactly.
So that's great.
And the money that goes into all of this, as far as printing your work.
Yeah.
And if you want to mat it, the frame, that's another big challenge. But my favorite artist, Paper Frank, says, invest in your art, invest in yourself. So I learned to do that.
Oh, I like that. Invest in your art, invest in yourself.
Yeah. So that's my biggest thing. If I have any leftover money from what I earn, it always goes into my photography. Always. So.
Cool. Have you made it like a huge gift thing, like for any birthdays or holidays?
I think I'm gonna do it soon for my mom, because she has this one picture that I don't think is all of that, but she loves it. So I said that either on her birthday or Mother's Day, I'm gonna get it framed for her, because she always talks about that one piece, and I just forget about that piece, but she loves it. So I think that's gonna be the first thing I do.
That's awesome. Going back to your process, I forgot to ask you this.
Okay.
How much time do you think it would take you to shoot, if you're going on a, I don't know, if you're going with friends to collab, or if you're going by yourself, or I guess if it's like if whatever catches your eye and you stop and you take pictures, and then also like the editing process, and then also the printing and selling process.
The editing process takes no time, but because I don't like to edit, that's the most. I like myself to be authentic, not too much. So, but as far as taking the pictures, that could take all day, because I'm out all day. Once I start, I'm probably out from morning to night, because I like to explore in the day and then transition to night. So it's certain stuff that I want to capture in the day. About time I'm done doing that, it's some stuff I want to shoot at night. So that's an all day process as far as shooting. As far as getting it framed, and I always have to take a little time to think about what type of frame I want for each thing. If I want, because the basketball goal was the first thing I did the canvas with. So it takes time to think about with each picture how I want it to look when it comes out. I don't want everything to be framed. I don't want everything to be a canvas, but... Is
that the first thing you think about, kind of?
Right, how I want it to look when it comes into reality. That's always the first thing. I'm like, I want this to be framed, but then I have something else that's not matted. It just takes up the whole frame, because it's everything I don't want matted and everything I don't want on the canvas, but it's how I visualize that specific picture. I know which pictures I'm going to bring into reality. Yeah, so... yeah.
When is your parking meter out?
And like 5:47. It's
5%.
5:47.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to know what your main motivation was when you were starting out photography. Like, why did you want to do it? Was it for fun, or did you have a specific reason why you're doing it now, and why maybe in the future? What would be your motivation in the future to do it?
Okay. What motivated me to begin photography is I always was trying to find a way to express myself. I could never figure out how I wanted to express myself. I've tried a lot of things. And then when it came to photography, it just clicked with me. And it was something I loved to do. I never got tired of doing it. And I was so good at it to myself. I thought I was just so good at it. And I invested in myself. That was the first time that I really realized that I really loved it. Because I, like, literally, it's all my money. Like, it was my money. I didn't ask my mom for it. It was stuff I really wanted to invest in.
Personal.
As far as now, the fact that I took that big leap, like I said, from going to events where I was getting money on a regular to this, where it's kind of more challenging because you have to put your stuff in galleries and you have to do trial and error and realize you know, how to sell these type of pictures. What keeps me going is that Georgia State was my first art show that I ever put any of my art in. And to see people react to it, how they reacted to it, it showed that it's not only in my head that I'm good at it, but people actually enjoy it. I love seeing people enjoy my art. Like, I don't even tell them it's mine. I just like people to see their reaction to it, whether it's good or bad, you know. I love to see people just look at my art and be like, oh my God, like, you know, that's like, that they like it. And as far as what inspires me for the future, is just that it's something that I can't see myself letting go. I've invested in it so long and like so much that I don't know. It's just it's my passion. It's my gift, and I always tell myself that, you know, your gift is God's gift to you, and what you do with it is your gift back to God. So that will
go in the journal.
I just want to give that gift back to the people. It's not about me. I just want to give it to others. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So you brought up your audience, and you brought up reactions, and I wanted to know, like, what do you hope to connect, or how do you hope to connect with your audience through your work? Is there any message or moral, or just, if it's just solely for visual purposes, then that's...
No, that's a good question. Like I said, I just don't feel like I've reached out to enough people yet, and that's what makes me invest in my future, because I feel like I have a lot more people to touch, and you know, so each thing I invest my art in is a step further. And as far as my audience, I just like that they enjoy it. It's not about me. That's why I invest my own money in it, even if I don't ever get that money back and people don't buy my art, just to get it out there for people to see. So I guess, I don't know if that's really answering the question.
No, sure. So what I get from that is you're hoping that it brings happiness to other people.
Right.
You're hoping that it brings emotion, I guess.
Right.
Maybe.
Of course, it's something I would probably want someone to, you know, really... I haven't got there yet, and that's another thing my favorite artist said. He's like 25, and he was like, "You're not doing what I'm doing at my age, then you're not good enough." And I know some people always criticize him for saying that, but I agree. Like, he puts his all into it, and people really want to buy his art just because they know how much he puts into it. And so I want people to realize how much I put into my art. It's not just to get money. I want to see people actually love what I do. So I put a lot of time in it. So I just want to make people happy. Pretty much.
So so you definitely want to share, like, the effort and the time that you put into your art for everyone else to kind of, for appreciation, mutual appreciation, and to connect with your audience. So not for the money.
Right. Exactly. It's a plus, but I mean.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Okay. Okay. So do you we already talked about kind of what you shoot. Is there any other, like, specific not really genres in photography, I guess there is, but so I know that you're sick of, well, not sick of, you're less passionate about doing events than you
and
are.
people.
Yes, and
People
okay,
and
so
events.
portraits and events.
Right.
Less passionate about those, more passionate about scenery.
Yes, landscape, street
Landscape.
photography. Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I want to do travel photography one day. So.
Is there anywhere in particular you want to go?
Honestly, I want to at least go through all 50 states.
Yeah?
As far as, I'm so scared of flying, but I definitely want to go to Egypt.
Why are you scared of flying?
I've
If you don't
flown.
mind.
I just have like a little mini panic attack every time I get on one. Like once it's in the air,
I feel you.
heights.
Yeah.
But I've been on a plane, but not fun.
You can drive through the states?
I can. And that's like part of traveling. You stop and you see, like, if I'm driving to LA, I'm gonna go through Nevada and I can capture
cool
some
stops.
stuff. Right, exactly.
Even in the middle of nowhere, you'll get some cool
You'll get-
pictures of like abandoned places.
Exactly. I love abandoned places. Too,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So would you say that your art is more of like a therapeutic process or leisure process? And maybe both or maybe neither. What is it?
I would definitely say it's both, but it's definitely more of a therapeutic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I always was looking for ways to express myself, and no matter what, it's just, I always run to that whenever feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Basically. So it's definitely therapeutic, and that's why I say I like making people happy off of it, because it makes me feel some type of way, and I want to transfer from how my art makes me feel.
Sure.
So other people can know.
Do you, I guess in terms of like happiness and sadness, do you ever go through like do you have any sort of sentimental or sad
Pieces?
evoking pieces? Yeah.
I would say the biggest one, probably this one.
Really?
Yeah. And I've titled it Alive because I don't think people understand. I feel like artists have their own mindset. It's something that brought us to art in the first place.
So what do you think I know yours is basically for expression.
Right.
But what else do you think about? How would you?
I kind of felt lost. I felt lost. So when I did this one, it was kind of like, I called it Alive because it looked so dark, but at the same time I felt alive. Like, I feel alive when I'm doing my photography. It's the only way that I can express myself in a way that, I don't know, brings me out of this, I don't know, the world is too much for me sometimes.
Yeah.
People are too much for me sometimes, so photography is like my getaway.
It's your escape.
It still draws me to want to be around people more too. It's kind of confusing. Like,
No, that's.
So.
But your process is your process.
But that would probably be my biggest one. I was kind of like in a mood where I was just upset. I was sad. I was everything. So I was like, I just want to go shoot. And I saw that place, and I was just like, I took a chance. It looked like you're taking a chance on something.
Yeah.
So.
What exactly? Where are you in that?
You know where GCB is, where it's now Langdale.
Yeah.
Those little circular parking decks right next door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been in there.
Yeah.
That's in there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right.
What time of day did you take that?
It was like an afternoon, evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sun is like perfect.
Because it's closed on the weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, the lighting is like
Right.
perfect.
So, yeah.
Awesome contrast. I love it.
Right.
Great center of emphasis.
Sure to look clean.
Yeah.
Look clean. So yeah.
That's awesome.
That was a therapeutic shot for me, and I was so happy I got it.
Oh,
So.
that's great. Well, those were going to be my last questions, but you kind of segued into it.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess that was my last question. Sweet. Dessert.